Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be discussing 5 reasons why you should watch the anime Cardcaptor Sakura. And let's get into it. Number 1. The show's premise, while very simple, is done effectively. The show is centered around a rogue deck of cards who wreak havoc on this small town, and it's Sakura's job to capture them and put them all back in the deck book of cards. And the cards are called Cloud cards, and they were made by a famous wizard. That is basically the premise of the show. It's really well done. It doesn't go super dark. It's nice. While it is a bit formulaic with how rogue card, Sakura finds it, Sakura defeats it, captures it, rinse, repeat. The formula itself changes a lot. There is a lot of excellent moments and characterization, and the plot itself never goes too far out. Like, it makes a lot of sense, and it's very imaginative because it's from the point of view of a 10-year-old girl. Like, it has a lot of creativity and imagination, and each episode is nice and sweet and pure, and it's really good. It's just a really solid premise and a solid show. Second reason why the show does so good with the puppy love aspect of the show. Now, this is because Sakura has a crush on her older brother's best friend, Yukito. And instead of being a gag or playing it for laughs, or, them using Sakura's feelings for Yukito for something, to, use her, the show presents this as her feelings being valid. And Yukito never, ever does anything to say that her feelings are wrong. When Sakura confesses in, I think it was this last season, Yukito basically was like, yep, your feelings are real, but you perhaps are just feeling this way because I look like your father and you're transferring feelings. That was extremely well done. And it's not only Sakura and her crush on Yukito. The show presents Sharon, or the other main character. He has a crush on Yukito, and the show perfectly explores what it's like to have a crush on someone you didn't think you would have, but the show treats it as maturely as possible, never discounting Sharon's feelings for Yukito, and Yukito accepts them and treats Sharon no differently because he has feelings for him. But none of the romances ever go further. Like, they respect the feelings, but ultimately both crushes are turned down. But I just feel like it was so solid, and it understood that children's feelings are real regardless of whether people think they're not real or they are just played for a laugh. I really appreciated that. Third reason why you should watch the show: the families are involved. And I know that some children's shows, the families are sort of involved, but Sakura's older brother and her father and even her deceased mother play big roles in the story. And it's something quite refreshing because most shows, the adults are in the background, like there's no real connection to them other than the fact that the main character needs a place to eat, sleep, and they aren't concerned. They're basically rushed over, or they're stereotyped to be the parents that don't care or just aren't interested in their children. Sakura's father is one of the best dad characters in anime. Sakura's brother reminded me of my own younger brother, even though in the show he's older. But it's just a solid family dynamic, and it's nice to see that dynamic represented in a show like this, like where the families could easily be brushed aside in favor of, action storytelling. Playing a big role in that is great. And also, different families are shown. There is Sharon's family, who lives in Hong Kong, and he lives with his guardian, butler sort of thing. Seeing that situation, and I found it really refreshing in that regard because it's nice to see different families. Fourth reason why you should watch the show, is my personal favourite reason, is Sharon Lee. When he was introduced, he was a typical rival. I want to be the one to capture the cards. I have been foretold to do it whatever, blah, 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 blah. Children, teenage, you know, children angst and all that. But his development from rival to friend and a crush was fantastic. He is still dealing with his emotions, and no kid is perfect. But the growth that he has shown from treating Sakura as a rival to treating her as a friend to seeing her in a different light has been phenomenal. He has learned to adapt and change, and eventually he says to Sakura that he thinks that she should be the one to protect the town, and that moment was the pinnacle of his character arc. And not only that, he portrays such a critical part of growing up where his crush on both Yukito and Sakura at the same time shows the emotional process really well. He doesn't know what to do, and that's okay, and he sorts it out, and maybe sorting it out is running away, but he doesn't treat his emotions like he doesn't repress them. He accepts his emotions, and I was very pleasantly surprised at that, and he is one of my favourite characters in the show. And finally, the fifth reason why you should watch Cardcaptor Sakura is because of the friendships. Whether it's between Sakura and Sharon, or Sakura and her best friend whose name escapes me, or even Sakura and Yukito, the friendships and close bonds that everyone shares is phenomenal. And my favourite thing is when Sakura's female best friend, she makes Sakura's outfits that she fights the magic in. And in any other show, that would be, you know, just like, oh, it's a girly thing, blah, blah, blah. That is treated so well. Like Sakura, while she doesn't like she's a bit not that interested in the dresses themselves, she still wears them to make her best friend happy. And it's phenomenal. The friendships are really good. And even with like Yukito and Sakura or her brother, the relationships are very well done, and I really, really love it. So if you want to watch this series, it is available on various streaming services. The full 70 episodes of the 1909 to 2000 or 1998 to 2000 series is available to watch on Anime Lab, and that includes the full 70 episodes plus the 2 movies that they came out with. And Clear Card, which is the newest one that was released, I think, this year, is available on Crunchyroll, and both Anime Lab and Crunchyroll are legal streaming sites. I use both of them because they are so well done, and obviously like not one site has everything, but they are personally very affordable. Anime Lab is like $6 a month, and then you can choose on Crunchyroll to have a 1 week, fortnight, or monthly, or 3 monthly payment. But I recommend you watch the show. It's so good. On Anime Lab, it's only available, and on Crunchyroll, only available in sub. And personally, I like the subtitles. I like the voices. I have watched a bit of the dub because a person who I like to watch on here was featured as a voice actor, and the dub isn't bad, but I just prefer the sub. So anyway, thank you for watching my 5 reasons why to watch Cardcaptor Sakura, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!